Hello guys, it's Friday afternoon. I'm on my way to ECR Motor Dynamics. It was recommended to me by a friend. These guys apparently focus on making you feel good, which is not the case. You don't have a peace of mind when you take it to, let's say, the OEM. Your brand service center itself. Sometimes they might not be doing a good job, and you don't get to see what they're doing. Today I am heading to Motor Dynamics for getting a peace of mind, for having a peace of mind. So yeah, my main thing I'm going there is to get my oil changed. At the moment I'm running the oil given by Royal Enfield, the liquid gun. It's semi-synthetic. I want to put a fully synthetic oil. I've actually got it in the bag here. I am going to go there and I'm going to get a refill there. One more thing is, I was looking to get an oil filter, which they're not actually providing at the dealership. When I went to the service center and I asked them, they said counter sales is not there for this product. Just the oil filter, that's all I wanted. They were not ready to sell it to me. And I reached out to these guys and they were willing to get me the oil filter. They said, you come, we'll procure it. And now I'm heading there. Hopefully they'll get it done and we'll be sorted. So an ECR ride on an afternoon in summer is really hard. Today is not bad actually. On the bike it's showing that it's 33 degrees outside, but the wind is cool. It's pretty breezy. I know you might have seen that it was a red, but the traffic police actually asked us to go. See this bridge, especially in the mornings. I sometimes go cycling. It's always a pleasure. I mean, now you can enjoy these summer afternoons. It really will be impossible in, let's say, May, April, May. I initially did not understand when they said there are riding seasons. Right. I used to just ride whenever I get the chance. There's a time I actually rode 12 p.m. 11:30 I left home and I was heading to Bangalore. This was in May. Imagine, May peak afternoon. I actually have put up that video as well. I almost died. I was gonna faint. I properly got dehydrated. And you know that highway, there are no trees. It's just a bunch of what do I say? It's just a highway with no trees, and you gotta make your way. Around 1:30 mark, I was really dehydrated. I didn't know what I was gonna do, but luckily there came a McDonald's. I somehow went there. I parked the bike. And yeah, I grabbed myself an iced tea, a Miranda, all large, gulped both of them down, ate one Mexican burger. I started feeling better. So that's when I realized and understood what they were talking about riding season. Although you can do it, you can take breaks and you can go during the summer days. Riding in November, December is really peaceful. Is much more enjoyable. Although, like I said, I ride all the time and I enjoy all kinds of rides. Better to avoid afternoons. Man, our Fortuner guy is in some hurry. He's not able to overtake us also. He's just honking around. This is another iconic road to ride on, College Road. See, I'll show you guys near our Gemini flyover also. They've dug up and there's a lot of work going on, and because of that, that's creating a lot of traffic. As you guys join me, I'll show you guys. See, look at these roads, man. So many trees. See, the tree is literally on the road. But you know, kudos to the corporation, government, that they've not really cut it off and they just let it be on the road. It's like it's parked itself on the road. But I've seen people who, you know, when there is no traffic, people like to ride in high speeds here and they do not notice. They try to overtake and they sometimes don't notice that tree. It's a little risky, but people who stay here have gotten used to that tree. Yeah. See, this part also used to be enjoyable, but look at it today. Full of construction. Inconvenience today for a better tomorrow. Will we be alive to see that tomorrow is the question. There's always some inconvenience or the other that happens. But yes, the metro connection hopefully will reduce the traffic further. I'll see you guys. People say riding the Himalayan in the city is not easy, or is rather not too comfortable, but it's okay. I mean, you get used to it, and once you get used to it, the perks, the advantages of riding this bike is much more. Especially in traffic, if you wanna overtake these guys, you know, you could just go to the side of the road, climb the pavement or broken roads. You can go with ease. But see how dirty and not dirty, how dusty and unpleasant this place has become. It's the iconic, the park there, and Ranna flyover. Well, like I was saying, the advantages of this bike is unreal. The only true thing that you feel, this also you can get used to, is sometimes parking it in like tight spaces, getting it out if it's a slope. It's a little bit of a struggle. That's the only thing I'd say. That also you could get used to, and you know at your place you might have a security guard who could help you. But you do need a little bit of muscle to do it on your own. Yeah. So I was hoping it would be overcast today by some fortune, some grace, but doesn't seem to be the case. We are at the next bridge on the strip, the Cenotaph Bridge. Chennai has become busy, guys. It's Cenotaph Flyover. You guys do know the difference between a bridge and a flyover, right? Yep. So basically, a flyover flies over things. A bridge also flies over things, but specifically, it connects over the sea. For example, there is road underneath, and this flies over that road. So that's the difference. If I'm wrong, you guys can let me know in the comments. Place is developed like crazy. See, this part looks like they've expanded and they've finished it. The beginning part alone is a little... No, here also there's work going on. Yeah, some parts of it is finished. They develop crazily. The real estate prices here have also gone up. Many people are preferring to move to ECR these days. They've got everything here only. There's a PVR as well. I don't think there's a big enough mall types. They'll have to go to Velachery. I don't think there is. Yeah, I think Prominent is here as a mall. It's another 10 minutes from here, Motor Dynamics. There it is at the end of the road. Motor Dynamics. Hashtag good feeling. So guys, I just left the garage. Had to fill just about 2.1 liters of engine oil. It is perfect. It came right up to the top level of through the glass. If you see, it's right up at the max level. And the garage is really nice, guys. You definitely have to visit. You want a peace of mind. You want a good feeling after they work on your bike. I mean, that's their tagline, and I'm feeling good because I got to see that they've actually changed the oil, they've changed the o-rings, they've put in new oil filter, and in front of my eyes they're pouring the engine oil. Whereas sometimes when I give it to the OE service centers, I keep wondering, did they actually change it? Because when you try to go see what they're working on, I was told by the service advisor there, so you're not allowed here, there are cameras here, you cannot be standing here. So I mean, what are they doing with my bike that I should not see, right? The transparency is really important. Here you can stand there, whatever work they're doing, you can stand and look at them work on your bike. And yeah, the main thing is the engine temperature. I hope it doesn't rise too much. Right now it's not stop and go traffic, so we really can't say anything. And yeah, the temperature outside has gone down as well. So let's see, I'll give you a review by the end of this ride itself if it's worth it or not to make the shift, because I just did a service where they've changed engine oil. My third service, and then I've come out, and within like less than 100 kilometers I've come out and I've changed it to the fully synthetic oil. There is an immediate improvement that I'm feeling, that kind of feels like the engine is not running a lot strained, right? So yeah, again, it's not the main heat. Even when I ride with the semi-synthetic, comes when it's stop and go traffic. But generally it just feels much smoother. I'm liking it. And if it doesn't heat up, I mean, you guys have to upgrade. You guys know the reason, right? It's one of the most advanced engines, latest engines from Royal Enfield, but they're recommending a semi-synthetic. The reason for this is to bring the cost of ownership down for the consumers. They're targeting everybody, right? So if it's a fully synthetic, they'll have to pay more during their service time. Some people will not like this, right? So many of the guys who are able to afford it, who love their bikes, are all making the change to fully synthetic. And actually, if the heat is not going up, it's a no-brainer. You guys also have to. Let me practically test it and see. See, right now it's rising above the halfway point. Well, let's see if it gets hot and how often the radiator fan has to kick in. We'll find out. So far so good. As you guys can see, if you can see, it's up almost up at the 4th bar. So this oil also heats up, but the temperature falls pretty quickly. And yeah, it is getting hot, but not, I can't feel the heat like before. Right, see, now that I'm riding, if you look at it, once you're able to go itself, it comes down. I mean, I'm not saying the semi-synthetic doesn't. This takes a bit of time for it to get hot. It gets hot, but not as fast as the semi-synthetic. Yeah, and in the long run for highways, there are multiple fully synthetic oils also that you can use. I'm using the Motul one right now with the same grade 10W40 that the manufacturer recommends. And the reviews generally say that on the highway, this performs beautifully. There are other oils which perform better in the city. But then, yeah, generally I can see it's taking longer than it should, or longer than the semi-synthetic would take to get hot, which is good. Nobody wants their engine to run hot all the time. And see, right now itself, a little bit of riding, the temperature has come down. Alright guys, I'm going to end my vlog here.